Setting up of P-series tents. Select relative even ground to set up tents. Put the beam of P-series tents on the ground squarely. Pay attention to handle materials with care. 4 beams are jointed with connection cone of F and fixed with screw. Insert the hook end of 4 square tubes into the connection cones. Connect 4 supporting points of sleeves with 4 square tubes. Insert the connected top cap of screw rolled into the sleeve from the top. Open the roof awnings to cover on the setup structures. Slide the roof awning set with card strip into beam along the up holes of the roof awnings. After installing the roof awnings, adjust screws and nuts on the screw rod until achieving the state of non-crease of the roof awnings and tented awnings. Insert 4 pedestals into slat panels and tenting connect with bolts. Connect the set panel parts with the installed roof parts, that is, connect the upper end of set panel with the connection cone of eaves. According to the conditions of ground, adjust the position of the set panel so as to keep it parallel and perpendicular and use squares to fix the stud and connection cone. There are 4 kinds of fixing methods of P-series tents. First, take the weight of supporting tray to fix. Align the assumed pedestal hole of king tower with the square holes on the supporting tray and fasten with bolts and gasket. Press on the supporting tray with heavy object not less than 200 kg and cover the bearing cover after pressing. 2. Use explanation bolt to fix. Connect the assumed plate pedestal hole of king tower to the cement ground with explanation bolts, and the cement thickness of the cement ground is not less than 15 centimeters. Each of the chassis of the pedestal used 2 expansion bolts. Third, use steel chassis to fix. Connect the assumed blind pedestal hole of king tower to the ground with steel chassis, with the pointed end of which corresponds to the holes on the pedestal. Knocked into the bottom by hammer with 2 steel chassis on each of pedestal. Fourth, use bearing floor to fix. Connect the ground steel frame to the lower end of the king tower at first and fix with screws. Then press the bearing floor on the ground steel frame and lay the bearing floor completely and levelly. Slide the buckley on the corresponding awnings into the groove of the beam. Then penetrate the card strips on both ends of the awnings into the grooves of the king tower, and pulling down the middle zip accordingly with BOK. Stake the 4 square staking bulkheads of the top awnings firmly. Setting up of S-series tents. Put the oblique beam of S-series tens king tower of the set walls on the ground. Pay attention to handle materials with care. Connect the pedestal of the ground chair to the king tower and fix with bolts. Connect the connection cone of the ridge to the oblique beams of both sides and fix with bolts. Connect the connection cone of the eave to another side of king tower of the set walls, and connect the king tower of the set walls to another set of connection cone of the eave and fix with bolts. After all the instructions are staked, hold firmly by special men after erecting the first group of frames, and then erect the second group of frame. Connect two groups of erected frames with reinforced beam and install eave square tubes. Then hitch the hook end of the eave square tubes into the buckles of the eave connection cone. Erect the following unit frames and hitch the strict hook end of the square tubes into the eave connection cone buckles of another group of frame. The installation of the next unit of roofing square tubes goes on like that. Take care that a group of reinforced beam must be installed every another 3 units. Connect the pedestal of the chassis to the center post of the gable. Insert the end with strict handle of the center post of the gable into buckles of the ridge connection cone, and the buckles penetrate the holes of the strict handle to clamp on the buckles. Then hitch one end with lock end of left and right suspended tubes, and another end into the buckles of the eave connection cone will be okay. The other side of the left and right suspended tubes will be installed according to the same method. There are 4 kinds of fixing methods for S-series tents. First, take the weight of supporting tray to fix. Align the assumed pedestal hole of king tower with the square holes on the supporting tray and fasten with bolts and gasket. Press on the supporting tray with heavy object not less than 200 kilograms and cover the bearing cover after pressing. 2. Use expansion bolt to fix. Connect the assumed pedestal hole of king tower to the cement ground with expansion bolts, and the cement thickness of the cement ground is not less than 15 centimeters. Each of the chassis of the pedestal used to expansion bolts. Third, use steel chassis to fix. Connect assumed pedestal hole of king tower to the ground with steel chassis, with the pointed end of which corresponds to the holes on the pedestal. Knocked into the bottom by hammer with tin floor to fix. Connect the ground steel frame to the lower end of the king tower at first and fix with squares. And then pressing the bearing floor on the ground steel frame and lay the bearing floor completely and leveling. Slide the buckles of the corresponding awning into the grooves of the suspending tubes. Then penetrate the slab on the both sides of awning into the grooves of the king tower. Insert the rock structure rod into the special force of the both sides of the awning. Connect the connecting short rod to rock structure rod. Then insert the eave square rod into the corresponding holes on the connection cone or connection rod. Then fasten the eave square rod to tighten the awning. Insert The rack stretch rolled into the special folds of the both sides of the warning connect. The connecting short rolled to rack stretch rolled. Then insert the eighth square rolled into the corresponding holes on the connection corn or connection rod. Then fasten the eighth square rolled to tighten the awning. The installation of the roofing awnings and set wall awning of the following units is the same with those of the first unit. Setting up of G, M, and L series tents. Make arrangement for the setting up of the entire tents according to the specifications and sizes of the used tents. At first, carry out staking out at the setting up side, and all the chassis of pedestals must be in one horizontal line. The uneven one shall be levied up in advance. Confirm the positions of all the pedestals so as to ensure the sides of spine and side walls. After completing orientation, fix each of the pedestal of chassis to supporting trailer or ground according to the applicable fixing method, with each of bearing point not less than 1,500 kilograms. Use the insulation bearing cover of the bearing fix method. Use expansion bolt to fix. Connect the cement pedestal hole or cement thickness of the cement ground is not less than 15 centimeters. Each of the chassis of the pedestal use at least 4 expansion bolts. Finally, use steel chassis to fix. Connect the cement pedestal hole of king tower to the ground with steel chassis, with the pointed end of which corresponds to the holes on the pedestal, knocked into the bottom by hammer with at least 4 steel chassis on each of pedestal. According to the connection relation and setting up positions of the various parts, put the materials of various parts on the joints of corresponding assemblies. Align the pinholes of interior piece of king tower with those of pedestal and insert into the square pin. Then climb with R-type card, going on like that. Complete all the connection assembly. After assembling the king tower and the oblique beam and leading the whole side, tighten with bolts. Insert the connection column of the ridge into the left and right oblique beam and tighten with bolts. Use the first group of frame and last group of frame to install the center post of gable. Make the internals of right angle end of the gable center post upward the line with the selector holes of even F connection cord and connect with bolts. Install 2 hoisting belts on the oblique beams respectively. Use transaction equipment to erect the first group of frames through correct and safe connection to transaction cable and the oblique beam. When erecting the first group of frame, cross brace must be used to fix. Connect the cross brace with the pedestal at first and lock with critical pin and split pin. Then lift the another end to connect to the corresponding holes of the connection plate on the king tower and tighten with bolts. Hitching the hook end of each square top in the corresponding buckle of the erect frame in advance. After erecting the second group of frame, then left the other end of hitch in the corresponding block. The left and right side shall be hitched correspondingly. Install another cross brace, which shall be installed on both sides correspondingly. A pair of cross braces shall be installed respectively on both sides of said well of every other 3 large tents. Things goes on like that. The cross brace must be installed on the units of tents from beginning to the end. Hitch the hook end of roofing square top in the block of the oblique beam in advance. Then use special fork rod to lift the other end of the square top to hitch in the block of the oblique beam on the end. The installation of the another square tubes and the erection of all the frame goes on like that. Take care that the hook of the square tube must be laid into blocks completely, or firing off can be caused to result in the damage of personnel. Frames of M and G can also be erected erratically according to tent span. Put the top awning under each of unit. Open the package of awning and put the awning on the prepared mat so as to avoid folding. Throw 2 special draw cords to the other side of the roofing of the unit. Then connect the drawn cords to the iron ring on both sides of awning. The other end pull the 2 ropes at the same time. When pulling to the oblique beam of roofing, respectively insert the straight part on the both sides of awning into the corresponding grooves of the oblique beam at the same time without sliding out. Penetrate the stretch rod of top awning on the both sides when pulling to a certain position. The center of the E-stretch rod of top awning connecting the 2 units need to be parentited into short rod and tightened with tension screws. The other roof awning shall be installed according to the same way. Adjust the positions of center and side post. Hitch the hooked end into the brackets of the center side post. The other end will be hitched in the corresponding. Adjust the positions of center, which perpendicular to ground, and use the corresponding bearing way to fix. Connect the ground grader, and pedestal chassis, and put wall. Both the side wall connection post and the side wall bearing post of glass wall and hard wall, and connect all the connection posts completely. Insert the straight handle of the upper connections post of T-glass wall and hard wall into eave subtend tube, and insert the downside of T-type post into ground grader. Connect all the T-type connection posts completely. Erect the glass wall to put on the parent-installed ground grader and put both sides into 2 connection posts and fix well with special clamps of glass wall. Install door head plate on the upside of glass door, then put wedge into the internal side of connection post of the upside of glass door. Then fix well with special clamps of glass wall. Install all the glass wall, hard wall, and glass door like this.